Was there a noticeably increased level of physicality yesterday playing against a very familiar opponent in the first conference game?
Yeah, it was a physical game, and a lot of times with conference games, they tend to get a little more physical. In particular, our games against Washington, a lot of the guys know each other, and they tend to get into each other a little more. But at the end of the day, it was a game of small margins, and outside of the result, I'm going to come away with that we have more positives, but it's not a consolation. When you get this time of the year, you're trying to get the 3 points, and enough said. But moving forward, I think we got a lot to build on. But as far as physical play, yeah, it was physical for sure.
Just one goal yesterday, and we saw Washington score after a flip throw-in. Is that something that a player learns on his own, or is it something that he's taught at some level? It seems kind of gimmicky, but when you saw the kid do it yesterday, it looks like it works.
Well, that's a great question. I don't know the answer. I'm not going to take any credit away from what an opponent has to do to win the match if they do it fairly, and I'm sure they're not going to make any apologies for what they need to do to get 3 points, but it's something that when we play a team like that, we need to be able to sort out. And to be fair, we did for the most part. We really did, and we took care of those restarts. And it was that one early on that after looking on the film, it ended up being an own goal. And so it's something that we should have and will need to remedy in the future. But having said that, it's a part of our opponent's weapon, and we have to sort that out going forward.
The goal, you noted that it was early on. It was in the 10th minute, and it's the earliest goal you've allowed all season. Did that change your strategy in any way?
No, I thought our guys really kept their nerve. I thought both teams were a little sluggish. I thought for such a nice day out there and a lot of people, I thought the environment was a little sterile as far as just flat, and being the first conference game. And even after the goal was scored, I thought there was just a ho-hum about the game on both teams. But we were able to keep the ball well, which we've done in the middle third, and Washington got behind the ball and made us play a little chess. And when you're playing that type of game, it takes a different mental approach. And I thought Washington did a good job of trying to expose us on the break and create opportunities that way. But I think overall, what we need to work on is we need to improve on how we play when we're playing against teams that are going to play low pressure defense against us and come of age maturity-wise.
UCLA is up next on Friday. They're a top 10 team currently. Is there any difference in playing a highly ranked conference team that you're more familiar with compared to playing a team like Santa Barbara or Notre Dame?
Well, that question, when you're looking at that caliber of team, I think that you're gonna find a lot of similarities. In particular, Santa Barbara and UCLA, because you got two California schools. But I think when you play the conference game, in any conference, it goes up a notch of urgency, and now there are points involved in your league standing. So as we play UCLA on Friday, there's probably going to be a little bit more that's going to be on the line there. And so, having said that, we faced UCLA's already. We've played the top teams, and we feel confident that we can do what we need to do to achieve our goals there. So, will it be a little more urgency in that game because it's conference? Yeah, absolutely. Is it something we can handle? Yeah, we can handle it.
Speaking more with the urgency thing, you have 3 straight road games to start conference play. Do you feel a sense of urgency after losing the first one to go and get some points in these next 2?
Yeah, I think we do feel a sense of urgency. I think that after watching the video of the game against Washington, we come away disappointed, and we come away with man, there are some things that we could have done to get the result go in our favor. So there were a lot of things that I think were in our control. And so coming away from it, we're disappointed for sure. but actually really excited to go, okay, now we can fix these things. Let's go into another top 10 game against a good opponent, and let's play our soccer. Let's go out and let's do what we need to do. And it's kind of the opposite of being disheartened, to be honest with you. You know, I think it's more fuel for us to go, okay, let's play the way we need to play and put our best foot forward. So I think there's a lot of excitement going to this weekend.
And finally, in a general sense, how is the health of the team? What kind of spirits are they in?
You know, the health of the team is probably on par for, you know, halfway through the season. I don't think anybody's 100%. And, you know, we had, you know, Kyrie coming back off of ankle injury, and I think he's a little rusty. And you know, we talked this morning, and you know, he's doing well to run with the ball, but connecting passes is just knocking the rust off. He hasn't played a lot of matches, he hasn't trained as much, and the same goes with Glenn Payton coming back into it. You know, he's been off the bench and has really served us well off the bench, but you know, getting full trainings in where he feels good about his body and getting touches and being sharp. You know, and we got a lot of guys that, you know, our back line played a lot of minutes, and you know, they know already that they're always going to be hurt, you know, and that's just kind of what happens with being in those spots when you play a lot of games. I just think that the spirits are good because there's certain belief. It's just disappointment now. All right, let's do this. Let's do this, because the guys know that we can do it. The guys know we can score. The guys know we can score against anybody in the country. It's just we need to put it together and put it together in the way that we're able to. And UCLA is just another wonderful opportunity for us to stack up and see if we can achieve our goals.